It's an evil country. It's an evil country. Israel's it's a uniquely evil country because it's an ongoing settler colonial project. Unlike a lot of other countries that have really bad like leadership or who have like cultures that propagate really, really bad ideas, Israel was like, what if we took the worst elements of essentially the Western world and we congregated them all in like one ideological force? And it's essentially just old world colonialism, you know? What if like all these like elements of civilization building that we mostly left behind in the 19th century, what if we just did it again now, but now we have like smartphones, you know? Modern day Rhodesia, that's it. What if Rhodesia never like lost the support of the British government, right? Like, you know, it's literally just that. It's not, it's the population of Israel, as was discussed the last time this came up, is also uniquely bad. So many of them are pro-genocide, like genuinely any polling of the Jewish population in Israel, like it's insane how Hitlerite they are. Why is that? Because a lot of the Jews in Israel are Jews who lived in Europe or America or whatever, who came over to be the front line of a settler colonial project. They're not just like random people, you know? They're not like, you know, like just like they're just like, you know, a random sample or selection. A lot of them came over to be a part of the project, and I'm pretty sure most of them are actually from other parts of the Middle East. I'm not sure about the exact proportion or ratio. A significant number of the Jewish residents of Israel came over within their lifetime to be a part of the settler colonial project. Also, keep in mind, so did a lot of the diaspora from other parts of the Middle East, right? Like, that doesn't necessarily absolve them ideologically. They went from being an underclass in a different country, in a lot of cases, to being able to, like, turn it around. It's just a bad project, man. Here's a good example. 47% of Israeli Jews want to expel Arabs from the country. Yeesh. Pew study finds 79% believe Jews should get preferential treatment over Arab citizens. This is from 2016, too. 61% believe Israel was given by God to the Jewish people. Hey, guys, it's the 21st century. Maybe we can move past the, like, God gave me this land bit. Most Americans don't rep that anymore, you know? For the most part, Americans are just like, yeah, USA, USA. You don't really have people running around screaming. Even Republicans, for the most part, aren't running around screaming shit like God gave us this land. It's just outdated. It's just old. It's old. 65% of Israeli Jews believe the IDF soldiers who raped Palestinians in prison should not face criminal charges. Yeah, to be clear, guys, there are no questions whether or not those IDF members raped the people. It's on video. So 2/3 of Israeli Jews full on think like you can rape Arabs and that's fine. Like, that's how bad this country, like, that's how sick this country is. That's why, like, it's not just Netanyahu that has to go. It's the whole project. Israel as a project, we're just building like Hitler too. That's it. You can't fix that. Can you clarify what you mean by the whole project? The settler colonial project of Israel. Israel in its state, like in this form of Israel, you know? Yeah, you need like a factory reset of it. I don't think you can like dissolve Israel and just return Palestine to its former borders. Because like logistically, that's just not really that feasible. But like the project in its current form, the idea of Israel as a like God-given Jewish state, that shit, no. I'm sorry. It's not working. It's not working, man. Ethno-states are a bad idea from the get-go, and here's your evidence. We give you effectively like Western culture in the Middle East and all the weapons in the world to defend yourself, so there's no legitimate fear of being destroyed by your neighbors. You are freed from the legitimate fear of being destroyed by your neighbors. And what happens? You just turn into fucking Nazi Germany too! It's not good. Remember the Liberty? People really like overstate the Liberty thing, you know? Like, yeah, it's a settler colonial project. Yeah, the IDF has always been like full of lunatics because they literally joined the military of a settler colonial project for a nation that is founded on the principle of ethno-nationalism and the belief in their being chosen by God. Did they attack the USS Liberty like deliberately? I don't know, probably, because they were like assholes. It's just, I guess this is like the least compelling of the stuff they've done. Like, oh, they attacked a US ship. We're America, we can handle a ship being attacked, okay? Like, it's to me, the USS Liberty has always been like kind of an anti-Semitic dog whistle, because if you actually gave a shit about the bad that Israel's done, there's a litany of evidence of all the bad they've done, and them attacking, like one ship attacking the USS Liberty, like maybe it was an accident or whatever. Like, who cares? What is the relation? Like, who cares? 60 years ago, some guys attacked us and it was maybe an accident. I don't know. It seems to me like the admission there is that you only care about Israel is the perceived harm that they do to America and not like the world, you know? The point is that they're not our allies in any way. You can't make that statement based on something that happened 60 years ago. Like that to me is where the anti-Semitism comes up a little bit. What do you mean they? Like the Israeli people or government today because the ship 60 years ago is that like would we use that as evidence then that like it's impossible for America to ever have a genuinely positive relationship with like any country ever if any accident or non-accident or like our soldiers just did like a war crime or something. I don't know. It's just like a weird one to me. I just never given a shit about the Liberty.